How we doing? How's things? Hope you're doing well. Is the right screen on? I hope so. Here we go then. Revenant Act 2 dev stream. How is everybody here? I've been in such a crazy panic rush to get my... I've done my reset video and I put it up in the hour just previously. So yes, that's why I'm cutting it right to the wire tonight. But there we are. We're in time. That's good. So yes, I'm here and everyone's here. And here I am in the tower. I'm keeping an eye on Twitch there to see when it starts. So how are we all doing? I've got to look over here. It's all to cock when I do it this way. It's all to cock. Yes. Who do we have here? Bedhead, afternoon to you. Good to see you, Joanna Gilbrook. Hello, Mikey G. Hello, good to see you. Death Nail, how you doing? Scribble, good afternoon, Scribble. How's things? Mikey G, hello. Omega Days, hello. I'm just reading up the list. I repeat names, so be it. Jen, hello, Jen. How are you? Oh, no. Oh, I hope he does okay, Joanna. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it goes really well. I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. Endless Rage, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Carol Hodge, you've got a new picture. I can't see. Has Shelby got a Santa hat on? That's excellent. Yes, there we are. Good. Yes, so here we are then. Yes, Jawa Jedi, good evening to you. Hello, how are you? Just grabbing me coffee. I only had time to run and get a bit of water tonight. Yes. Yes, Dino Hunter, hello, I have come for your soul. Act 2, bless you. And do you mean bless you as in we've had bugger all to do? Or do you mean as in a chew? I think it's the a chew knowing you, yes. How you doing, Mr. Mycroft? Lovely to see you. Bear playing, hello, how you doing? All good, Death Knell, thank you so much. Yes, very good. Dan, good evening, Dan, hope you're doing well. Big Chris, hello, hope you're doing well. Yeah, just waiting around now for things to start, really. What time does it say starting? Should we start in about 3 minutes? Bonjour! Omega Days, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing good, Joanna, thank you. Very good, thank you very much. Yes, all good, all tickety-boo. I've done almost everything with Eva, I think.
The Festival of the Lost will end next
week. The end is now, the Happy Fest of the Lost.
Chance to collect masks and
why are you telling me that? Let's just pick all these up anyway, because just in case, you never know. Yes, there we are. There we are. Okay, then, we've got on to Act 2. What would you give episode Revenant Act 1? What would you give it out of 10? Go on, let me know in the chat. Agent Zarkov, hello, how are you doing? I'm going to start recording this as well. Let me know in the chat what you think. Good, Dan. Good, Dan. Excellent. Good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I've only got 6 to 7. See, I think that's quite generous. What else do we have here? So the only one I haven't got now is that one, and I got to do 3 more stupid, stinking lost sectors as well, and get shotgun kills. And what's the other one? Ritual activities. Yes. 6 to 7. Did you see my comment about my? Yes, Joanna, I did reply. I don't know if you heard me. I did reply, Joanna. Yeah, I did reply, and I was saying I was sorry to hear that. I hope he gets well soon. Am I on camera? I'm over there. Yes. I hope he gets better soon and everything goes well for you. I'm really sorry. Excellent, though, that you know, he's having himself sorted out as well. Do you know what I mean, though? So, yeah, there we are. Hope all goes well, Joanna. Venger, give it a 3. Yes, that's fair enough. J.E., a solid 2. Yes. Blimey is the bloody festival. No, I've got another week of it, Carol. Can you believe? Is it started yet? I'm looking at a thing and it's not started. No. A 2 from Cole. Yes, that's fair enough. Salutations, Sausage Toe Ball as well. Element 206, how you doing? Good to see you. Agent Zarka, 5? Yes, probably. I think you are being a bit generous. Couldn't give it a score. Not played since before the final shape. Well, that's fair enough. Yes, that's fair enough. Oh, here we go, folks. It's all happening. I'm going to transfer back over now to the main channel PC like this. Look, there we are. Lovely. Developer live stream is starting. Let's have a look. Oh, no, is anything happening? Well, we've just got a bit of a... Well, we can do our sound checks. How's the sound going, folks? All okay? Yes, lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. It was a sneeze joke. I knew it was. I knew it was a sneeze joke. I'm not talking about it. Fair enough. Oh, here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's good to see you all, Guardians. My name's Andy. I work here at Bungie on the social media team.
I'm on the wrong side.
And we're coming to you live here from beautiful Bungie HQ in Bellevue, Washington, with an awesome stream to go ahead and tell you a little bit about what's to come with Act 2 of episode Revenant. But as usual, worry not. You're not going to just have to sit here and listen to me tell you all about it. We have some fine folks here from the Bungie development team to give you some of the finer points about what we're going to be looking at today. So, without further ado, I bet we go ahead and just dive on into the stream and get this moving along, because there's some cool stuff to show you. Starting with a man that you may know very well. If you've joined us for our Into the Light streams, you've seen him in action before and played his content as well during that time. Associate designer here at Bungie, Noah Lee. How's it going, Noah?
Yeah, great, Andy. Thanks for the introduction. I'm very excited to show off this Act 2 activity. I don't want to spoil too much. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, so hopefully players will be excited too when we show it off.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait. But before that, for anyone who may not have met you in our past streams, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here?
Yeah, so I, as an activity designer, you know, it's in the name. We make the activities that players play, and generally everything that players interact with when you load into an activity is something that activity design has touched, whether that be the enemies, the faction you fight, like the encounters, the exact tasks that we're asking you to do, all the way to the objectives and directives, and just general the activity flow. We care a lot about all that, and there's a wide amount of activity designers doing a wide amount of content. I have the pleasure of being the Act 2 content.
Very exciting. So not just Atlanta where the players play, but Destiny 2 as well.
Exactly. You know I'm from Atlanta, right?
No, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. I was just trying to make a reference that aged me. That's very cool. Also, next to him as well, we're being joined for the first time by associate weapons designer, the one and only Mr. Taylor Bjorndal. Taylor, how's it going today, man?
It's going great. For
those who may not have met you or don't follow you on Twitter or aren't in part of your raid group sitting right next to you, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, Taylor Bjorndal, associate weapons designer. Been around at Bungie for quite a while, but somewhat new to design. This is my first release as designer. I did some work on the dungeon set, looking emblem, and the Splicer and Garden Reprises, and a bunch of exotic changes.
Big excited to talk about Splicer. So thank you for all your hard work on the Splicer stuff. And then next to him, a man that needs no introduction, a friend to all Guardian kind, but we're still going to introduce him anyway. Global community lead here at Bungie, Mr. Dylan Kaffner. Dylan, how's it going, man?
It's going great. I'm awake.
A bit of an early morning for us here today, huh?
I'm not. It was a nice early morning. I'm excited for this. This is going to be a good show today.
No, man. And I'm very glad you're here. For those that may not already be following you on Twitter or haven't heckled you in the very same avenue for anything recently, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, I'm the guy that says we're listening. Ultimately, work with the community team, do a lot of the strategizing, looking at the forward-facing comms and all that, but then work with our community folks, our player support folks, and see what we can talk about when. Work with these guys to get all the goods out and the comms straight. So.
Yeah. Huge shout out to your compatriots on the community team, to Cosmo, to Bruno, to David, the whole crew.
Alex, Eduardo as well.
Thank you. That's right.
Well.
All right. So we have a lot of stuff to go ahead and move along into. I vote we go ahead and start with you, Noah. Before we dive into the gameplay, just very briefly, we're now about to arrive.
There we go. You're getting the progress. Good. Yes, don't forget
Can you tell us a little bit about Act 1 and what got us to where we are today?
Absolutely. So as players know, we were tracking down House Salvation on Europa, and we ended up discovering that Fickrell has found a paracausal echo, and he's able to make newly Revenant Scorn from living Elixni as opposed to dead Elixni.
Yeah.
So we went across the system, freeing Elixni from the onslaught. The onslaught of Scorn hordes and, disrupting the Revenant Scorn nest all across the system. Now we're hot on Fickrell's trail, and we've found our way back to the reef. So, some Destiny players that
leads us to our first batch of gameplay. For, again, the Destiny vets out there, the Destiny 1 players who may be still with us as well, myself included, we are returning to an activity that's been reprised from the Destiny 1 days. Absolutely. Noah, can you tell us what we're getting into here?
You said returning. I'd like to say this activity was instead of it being the Prison of Elders from Destiny 1, this is now a Tomb of Elders. This activity specifically is Contest of Elders, actually. Now, I'm going to want the fire team to hold up a little bit because I want to describe it a little bit for the audience.
Excellent.
Let's have a look.
So if those who are familiar with things like Deep Dives or The Coil and Riven's Lair from Season 23, this is a similar kind of activity where it's a longer tail, more roguelite activity. One of our design tenets was we wanted to make it as variable as possible. And we'll go into a lot of what makes it as variable as it is. But in general, it follows a lot of the beats from Prison of Elders and Destiny 1, which is, you go to arenas, complete encounters, and all this while the spooky, scary warden is kind of in your ear, kind of egging you on. Instead of it being Varix, it's the warden servitor. And players are trying to placate this warden rather than, rebel against him. So the more you do that he says, you'll actually get more loot, and we'll go into that a little bit more in the future.
Excellent. A lot of chances to test out your Varix impressions, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we'll hear a little bit.
Give it time. We'll get there, absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and kick things off. So with this, was it basically just bringing back kind of the activity from Destiny 1, same races, same bosses and everything, or what were you guys trying to do?
We wanted to, I think the key that I was really excited about was, I had a rule which was, we want to keep the best parts of Prison of Elders that people love, the most iconic aspects. So, things like dismantle mines. We might have some fan favorite Taken bosses and other bosses that people remember. But the main thing was being able to modernize it to not only the new Destiny sandbox that we have, but just the new vibe. We're in a vampire hunter season. Why not go back to the derelict Prison of Elders and hunt more vampires? And like you said about factions, in the old Prison of Elders, it was the Fallen, the Cabal, the Hive, the Vex. We don't have the Vex anymore. Instead, it's the Dread now, being led by some Taken forces.
Very cool.
Instead of the regular Cabal, we have the Shadow Legion. Instead of normal Hive, we have the Lucent Hive, and we have the Revenant Scorn instead of the Fallen. So we kind of changed up all the races, and you'll be able to see it's really apparent when you go to their arenas since they're all themed based on the races.
So I'm going to bug you about bosses soon, but can you tell us just a little bit about what we're seeing here, whether it's the modifiers or anything like that? I noticed there's obviously a lot of chances to test your skill here against the modifiers you guys have put in.
Oh yeah, so we, for those who are familiar with the Legacy Prison of Elders,
right, I'm back to it. Sorry, folks.
There were a bunch of modifiers that were on a rotation. Some were kind of beneficial, like Solar Burn, where it was like the enemies give you damage, but you can kind of deal some. In this, all of them are not beneficial to you. And actually, as a quick segue, we saw Urrox there. He was an old Destiny 1 Prison of Elders boss, a legacy boss. And he's come back as a Lucent Hive Guardian, and we had some other few bosses who have come back.
So we got
from the
revives in there.
I mean, given that he's no longer just a Hive Knight, he's got both the big shields and everything. He's ready to go ahead and be brought back with the power of the light.
That's just some new challenges. We have some UI too
Prison
that
of
we were able
Elders,
to
then,
bring back from the Legacy Prison of Elders. Every time you get a new modifier, it appears on the screen in the middle of the screen, and you're able to be like, oh, it's Chill Touch or it's Counterfeit. Because we have some of the new modifiers that were in episode Revenant that are in here. We got Counterfeit. We got Haste, we got Brawn, if people have had experience with that, and a few other things like Chill Touch, Scrapper, Grounded, a few other things that kind of rotate around.
A lot of opportunities to get good.
It's going to use to run around, grab your ammo, and then turn out it's a bomb.
I love that one. That's one of my favorite parts.
That never happens to me all the time. No, all right.
It's really nice that it pops up.
Chill Touch right there.
Yeah, I want to shout out. I want to shout out our engineering team for being able to bring this in, and our UI team for kind of everyone came together and had a strike force so that we could bring this back. It was no small feat, but I'm glad it works, as we intended it to.
No, we appreciate it. As someone who intends to spend a ridiculous amount of time in here, thank you, and yours for your hard work.
Absolutely. So I kind of wanted to talk about one more thing in terms of how this activity is structured. I'd say it's very close to Riven's Lair. For those who remembered, Riven's Lair, you kind of had a trap room, then an encounter, then another trap room, then a boss. In this, it's slightly more action focused. So we have, as we saw, that cryopod encounter first. Then you'll have a faction encounter. It'll take you to a random arena throughout the prison. It's still shaped like the spokes, like in the original Prison of Elders. Then you'll have a short traversal section, and then you'll have a boss. And then after that, you will get pulled into the warden's office and get your loot, and then you'll run around the loop again. In every single encounter, you're going to have a challenge, and for bosses specifically, you're going to have a critical objective. And that kind of all goes into like this in-activity reputation system that's called the Warden's Judgment. When you read the rules, for all my players who like to read, you can see what that is, but I know people don't read, so I'm going to try to explain it the best I can.
Why were you staring right at me when you said that? That's so weird.
I don't read either.
Okay.
I literally will look at it and I'll be like,
I'll think launch.
So the Warden's Judgment is a pretty simple but kind of complicated mechanic we have that's meant to address some of the feedback that we've gotten from the coil specifically. So for those who are very experienced with that activity, people were very much questioning how do you get to the wish chamber, like how many wishing glass you need to get, like if you felt like you didn't get the loot goblin, you were like, oh, I didn't get the wish chamber. We found out statistically that most people had already surpassed the threshold they need to get to the wish chamber, but it just missing out things felt bad, and it initially kind of like hampers your desire to keep going because you might be like, well, I don't want to get to the very end and see if I didn't get to it. So to address that, the Warden's Judgment is kind of like a inactivity way to check how well you're doing. There will be a buff on the top of your screen, and it'll kind of dictate how well you're doing. So when you complete a challenge or a bonus objective, your Warden's Judgment will increase. It can get all the way up to favor times 1 to 3. If you do not complete the objective within the time limit, you will go down a level. And if you're in Warden's Punishment, the activity gets a little bit easier. We have less elites, less mini-bosses, and our high-value targets that are called model prisoners
All right, so
will
the
be
more
elite,
that
and they
gets
give
up,
you a
the
ride
more
token
difficult it
on
gets.
Okay.
But the better you do, we have more things that are
It
going
does,
to
yeah, it is
hamper
totally
you.
different, isn't
We'll
it?
have traps in the arena. We'll have increased mini-bosses, and when you're
this
at
is
favor
pretty
times
cool.
3,
I'm
the
liking
ultimate
this.
test, because you want to stay at that the whole time for max rewards.
Yeah.
Your bonus objective time limits will be reduced by around 30%.
Okay.
So some things may take, maybe you have 2.5 minutes to complete something, and then it becomes 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Or you have a minute and 30 seconds, and maybe it becomes just a minute. It gets a little bit
Speed run.
tougher. Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the core about this activity that makes it cool. People say that these activities kind of take a long time sometimes. You have 40, 50, maybe 60-minute activities.
Yeah.
The better
Yes.
you do, the Warden can actually allow you to skip an encounter. And we've had in playtests, we've had runs that can last 28 minutes, 30 minutes, and that's when you're getting the most rewards. So this is kind of promoting, like, maybe you'll get bad luck and have some bad encounters, but the more you run it, you'll get more experience, you'll understand kind of how the flow is, and you'll be able to get a lot of rewards really fast and kind of experience the whole Prison of Elders in this new light.
I'm just listening to him speak.
absolutely. I mean,
I'm
it's
trying to figure out
Yeah.
exactly,
I mean, on
if
one
it's
hand,
cool or not.
to the community, what was that again? 28 minutes, you said?
28.
All right, when it comes out next week, the issue
They'll
has been
blow past
challenged.
that. They'll blow past
No, I'm sure, but
28
still, it's
minutes
best
for
the
that
issue
one.
a
Wait for the
challenge.
solo run.
Yeah,
If
like,
you,
oh, I did
can,
this in
if
15
you
minutes.
can solo in under 28 minutes, I will give you a title that I bestowed of very few people. You will be that guy. And I will at you on Twitter or something.
That's all right. Well,
Not in game. That's gonna,
not in game, not in game.
In
Yeah,
no
this
bed,
is
it
just
won't-
like an
it
imaginary
won't-
type.
Yeah,
This
I
is
made that up
like-
just now. Sorry.
He'll say it
In
on
addition
Twitter.
to
Blazing
something else,
Lanterns will give you a
see,
shout
this
out on
is-
Twitter.
unless there was
But no,
something
so it's
else
kind of nice to have the
that we're
opportunity to
surprised
sort of,
with.
I guess, if you're
No,
learning the
that's it.
activities, if you're kind of just, getting beaten down a little bit, you have a chance to build yourself up a bit, kind of get a sense of the battle arena, the mechanics in place. That way, as you kind of build yourself up that higher Warden's favor, there
Fire
are.
Team's actually showing one of my favorite features, which
Please.
is we tried to give every
Oh,
boss
no.
a cool intro. So this boss descends in from a thresher from the ceiling. So
That's quite cool. I
every
like that.
every enemy race has their own kind of mechanic. So the Hive, generally their mechanics revolve around portals in the arena.
Yeah.
The Cabal are all about getting these explosive charges and blowing up things that are like immune.
It's just all becoming
The
about
dr-
these,
we'll see
like,
the dreads in a second,
games,
but the
though.
Scorns are about like getting these explosive canisters and kind of making a makeshift
games.
explosive.
Yeah.
Internally, I like to call it the junkyard fantasy
Yeah.
because like it's kind of like all
Within- do
junky
you know what I
and
mean?
Yeah.
rusted and stuff.
Tinkering and putting it
Gambit.
together.
Yeah, you put it together and
Which
then it
is
makes
not
this
significant.
really
You
cool.
might
Shout
enjoy
out
it. I enjoy it also.
Mikola
I think I'm
for
gonna
doing
enjoy
this.
this.
He also made
Yeah.
Liminality Strike, so shout out to him.
Oh.
He made a really cool thing where like you see the explosion trail like kind of get to the big explosive.
Oh,
and
like a fuse.
yes, it's so cool.
But if that's what it's going to
No,
become,
I
that's
have to
what's
ask,
going to
why did it
become.
have
Do
to
you
be
know
a
what I mean?
Thresher? Because I'm having some memories from Neomuna. This is scaring me already.
Well, Threshers are cool, and it's just, it's cool to have different
So,
boss
Thresher
silhouettes in
is
Destiny.
the-
We don't often actually
Git.
fight a Thresher as a boss,
There
and
you
the
go.
Thresher's not even the true boss, as we see a Scion and his
The boss is
Scion
plopped
goons are
out
the
of the
actual
center there.
main bosses for this fleet.
It's a large
so
Scion.
This is like kind of the quasi mechanic there, where it's like,
Yeah.
you start off, you got to kill the Thresher, and then it's gone. We got like one
Yeah.
of those Russian dolls and a
It's like
bunch
Stripes
of
used to be,
Scions
a little
pop out, and you want
story,
to deal with
you
them
know?
now.
I imagine just that
I know
the
you repeated
unstoppable
it,
Thresher
yes.
meme basically
Oh,
just
yeah.
popping up
Oh,
again,
no.
right? Yeah. So I mean, I got to ask as well. Like, this is an opportunity to kind of bring back this activity from Destiny 1 to kind of look at what was best about it.
quite-
We got
yeah.
something actually cool to show right here. Also.
Please, yeah, dive in.
So
Yeah.
players are probably very much like, why is the screen green?
Fair.
So
Yes.
critical objectives have been massively increased in like complexity, I believe.
Yeah.
So every time a boss starts, there's just a timer ticking down that we're not showing you, and then a critical objective will spawn. If you complete them or fail them, your Warden's Judgment will react accordingly. But what we ask you to do for these critical objectives are much more dangerous than like our normal stuff, which is like maybe get kills with abilities, get kills with the Scorch Cannon. This one is a certain level and below, all of it will be poison gas that does damage to you over time.
Yeah.
And the only way to
Alright.
turn it off is you have to turn
Go
off
into
the
it.
switches that are also in the poison gas. So the Warden servitor will be like, warning, poison gas, or whatever. And when you come in, and it's
You've
like,
done that
God.
before. All right.
Yes,
That's
all
pretty
the
good.
time.
Yeah.
I've been at home just like by myself, just doing a Varix impression, like 2 like nothing, and I'm like,
That's how I'm going to talk to my cat exclusively now. I can just tell.
I think he'll get a little scared though.
It's okay. He has
Accept
to
your
exist around me
award
anyway.
of
He's well
Sally
I
prepared.
just think of insect like
Here we
chattering
go.
in the
Yeah.
Shed, just
subtitles.
we
That's
get
all I
a,
got
we
in
get
my
a look at
brain.
anything?
Chittering,
You gonna give us a look at
chattering, I
anything?
don't know, it's
And we see the
insect like
warden's
Oh, we know. It's 2 more
office,
guns
so
coming in.
that's what I call.
Two.
That's not what it's called.
Please,
But
the
that's what I like to
principal's
call
Floats
it.
into
Yeah.
a fridge then.
Every time you complete a boss, you will get pulled to this chamber where the warden will reward you based on how well you've done. This fire team has done very well. So they get 3 chests, and you get a
Calculating.
rally banner.
What does that mean, they
that
calculate the
allows
judgment?
you to like kind of refresh your super and ammo and stuff
Yeah.
before the next round.
Oh, it's-
and as we saw, we have like
it's a vending
judgment,
machine,
calculating, punishment protocol averted. If you're in the warden's punishment while he's judging you in this
Yeah.
like kind of Monopoly style like mini game. A punishment will happen. I don't want to spoil what that is,
No,
but
yeah.
I think it'll be
that's
very
interesting.
smart. But as we see, they were able to skip the cryopod encounter. If
Would it
you
be like a
were
debuff?
like at a neutral or
nick
below,
stuff off
you would
you?
have to do that cryopod encounter again. But our fire team is good enough to skip it. So if you keep that momentum, you're able to skip that encounter every single time. and
quite
kind of
like
go
that.
through the prison much faster than
What
you
do
would
they nick
normally.
glimmer off you?
Yeah. All right, really quickly. Also, please feel free to keep jumping
Okay.
back in. I know there's a lot of stuff we're going to be checking out.
there's a
But
lot.
Taylor, I want to
Rule
quickly
based
bug
on
you. With the arrival of Act 2, we're going to have a couple of new weapons, a few new weapons being added to the overall loot
Are we?
pool.
What are we having then? Come
Can you
on.
tell us a little bit about kind of the new season, or pardon me, Act weapons, rather, that we're going to be having available to us?
Yeah, sure. So we have like 2 new seasonal weapons or act weapons.
Got the SMG and the shotgun.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
There's an Arc Precision SMG, and then there's
Okay.
a
Attrition orb,
This is
right?
an SMG.
yeah,
and a shotgun.
Attrition orb. Yeah, it's got a bunch of perk rolls on it, which we'll get to in a second.
Probably not,
And then
man, you know.
a Void Precision shotgun, which has some Dust Rock blue jeans. If
So void
You-
shotgun.
Very nice.
Eugene.
yeah,
Precision.
Very-
if you
See that?
we'll probably see the model in a few minutes, but
Haven't got
yeah.
anything,
the resemblance is uncanny.
Yeah.
Without a
But yeah, there's a lot of cool rolls for both of these, both with
Oh, here we
PvE.
go, we're
Yeah,
having
let's take a
now.
quick look.
So
Obnoxious.
this one's got the new arc perk, Jolt and
Titan.
Feedback. It's also got Loose Change, Attrition Orbs, and a few other things
Jolt and
that
Feedback.
really synergize pretty well. You can get like the Jolt on and then Loose Change procs.
Yeah.
and it
Okay,
just
what was
loops into
it?
itself.
Yeah.
Precision
And
frame.
then the shotgun,
And here's the
it's
shotty.
got a bunch of rolls both
Not you,
for
Danny,
PvE and
the
PvP.
weapons much.
You can get slide shot closing time. You can get Discord destabilizing rounds. and, like,
2030.
the shotgun changes that we did. in
What's
the
our
release.
what's
It
our
will probably
cap?
serve
I
you
can't
pretty
remember
well.
what our
Yeah,
cap
this
is.
Having dusted
What
up
is
my
it?
7th Seraph CQC, I want to say
2010.
thank you
Ooh, it's
for
a
those
classic.
changes, honestly. Yeah, never gets old.
What's our
It's
power
nice
cap?
how such a small
Nah.
change can actually make a pretty big difference.
Yeah,
especially when it's
seriously.
not even more damage.
Yeah. Also, with regard to the new shotgun, obviously PvE rather is going to get some nice buffs. You were saying the repulsor brace, volatile rounds.
Yeah.
Accept those. But at any rate, there was a
2030
PvP role
because
we
of
were
his
talking
thing.
about earlier as well. Like it's going to have a lot of versatility in the same.
Oh yeah,
box.
it's
Jolt
got a
feedback
lot
is
of
very
rolls
good
and it's
too.
precision frames, so I know it's like the most popular right now for PvP.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm only
get
on
killed
level
by those
50
a lot
on my
these days.
season pass.
So in
usually
addition
level
to these
100 by now,
two
like a week
new
ago.
act weapons getting added to the
Bloody
pool,
hell.
there's also one of the reprised ones as well that I'm
Yes.
personally pretty excited about from Season Splicer coming back, Grid Skipper.
Yes.
Grid
Go,
skip
yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah, I have a very
Grid
personal
Skipper's
connection to this gun, so it was like one of my favorite things. I actually worked on helped work on the original set of these
Yeah.
when they first came out. But
Yeah.
yeah, I did the rolls on
10%
these.
artifact, right.
Let's take a quick
It's
look.
got some
So why are all these
classics from the
2030
past,
then?
but also some new rolls. Also, it's got a lot of options for both PvE and PvP. Get some Zen Moment Headseeker for PvP, probably pretty nice.
That's what I'm going to be going for.
My original classic roll was Killing Wind Multi-Kill Clip, which with the new Splice Origin will work pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm a compulsive reloader
Then
myself,
again, they always
so
have reprised weapons. on this,
manning
so
the
it's
pulse
being
and
too
getting
hard.
that Splicer Surge going
Yeah.
after a couple kills, it pretty much like negates the
Using Anarchy
major
quite a lot,
downside
eh?
of rapid fire
Yeah.
pulses of being like pretty low handling and reload baseline.
That was the role you talked about in the Twid, right?
I'm just wondering why it's
Probably,
2030
yeah.
all the time
Yeah.
across
Yeah.
the board there.
Of all the people, you chose the legendary weapon instead. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah. So,
Yeah, so for
with the
context,
past,
yeah.
talking about if you could have one weapon made a
One
replica,
times 2.
what would you want? A bunch of other people said exotic, and I was the guy that said Grid Skipper.
I mean, it's a great answer.
I love
Correct
this gun.
choice.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. There's no wrong choice in theirs, but yours was very correct. Let's be very clear.
A couple new PvE rolls as well. But,
Yeah.
there's a lot to look forward to. I'm going to be grinding this a lot.
Yeah.
I want to interject real quick because we were at a good time.
Yeah.
So this is the fire team went through it earlier, but this is a traversal section. So these are different than how they were in the coil. I also want to shout out every player who
Oh,
died to
right,
my spike trap
okay.
in the coil. I did that on purpose.
How dare
I don't
you.
feel bad.
Through the coil.
There's a lot of grudges being built in chat right now in real time.
Yeah, I don't feel that.
You're like an evil DM, honestly. It's so.
It's fun.
Hey, how you doing?
It's not
Feel
fun to
your
them.
ears
It's fun to
burning
me.
at like 2 a.m. and it's
Gordon
me
Weaver.
screaming at my ceiling. Noah, why did you do that?
Exactly. I
just-
see all the comments and I just am like.
He just smiles. Yeah, he just feels better. Warms up his coffee. Yeah.
These are these are much shorter than they were in the Coil, but their goal is in Contest of Elders specifically, not Tomb of Elders, which is like one lap.
Yeah.
These have their own challenges that players have to complete. So for this one, it was kill every enemy, defeat every enemy that's there. There are some that's like collect a bunch of like fallen lights. I can't remember what they're called. They're like energy signals, or like defeat a boss within a certain amount of time. So there's just more things to kind of challenge you and make these, transitionary spaces a little bit more interesting. And so we have like the piece de resistance right here. My son, everyone will be very excited to see this. This is one of my favorite intros.
The grand reveal. Yeah, let's see
Exactly.
here. And you were saying the Dread and the Taken are working together
Defile.
in this one, right?
I'd say the Taken are kind of taking the helm of the Dread right now, not because like they're strong or anything, but because like Psylocke is just more experienced with the prison. I feel
Yeah,
like
honestly.
he's he was a model inmate.
Yeah.
So
Which one was
they were
Psylocke
like
then?
we're asking from the best. All the warden likes him.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. He was always available for work after hours. He was hanging out in the
Oh,
library,
right.
reading up on the law, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing his
Yeah.
Yeah.
community service, all the works.
So what's the mechanic we're seeing at play here as well, by
So
the way?
this
Skipper is
mechanic
popular.
is a bad pun. So for everyone who loves Rift or really has even played Excision, instead of Spark Runner buff, it is Dark Runner, where you're picking up splinters. You're picking up darkness splinters that give you stacks of Dark Runner up to like ×3, where it'll say like Dark Runner max, and then you dunk them in a Rift. And it changes based on like the encounter. For the normal Dread encounter, does something different, but in this, Psylocke will have a shield.
Different objective. It's happening right now too.
Oh yeah, we got the Rifleman is a critical objective, and the thing with that
Rifleman.
is there will be clones of the Rifleman that spawn around
Is
the
he
arena.
D1 shrine,
You have
is
to
he?
find the real one, but the clone's damage is real too. So
Yeah.
you got to make sure that you're not in their line of sight.
Yeah.
All these critical objectives are
No, I can't
meant to
remember
be
the name
pretty
vaguely.
tough.
Yeah, they're not supposed to
Can't
go
be
easy
the
on
raid
you.
because
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
know
they're
who he
critical.
was.
It's not the sandbox of elders, it's the tomb,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, thank you.
They die.
Love and how
Yeah.
dynamic all this is too,
Like,
because
this is a
even
champion
like
going
through
down,
our
is it?
practice runs and all that, we've seen a bunch of different modifiers
or
and
a
different
red
objectives
Yeah.
pop up.
This is if I was to describe what design's goal was for this in one word,
Yeah.
it would be variable. There's so much that can
Hey, oh,
change
Cyberus,
from a given
lad.
run. Is really trying to embody roguelite to like its fullest. You'll have different pathways every
Yeah.
time, which is like you'll go to different cell blocks in different orders.
Yeah.
You'll have different
That's interesting.
objectives that'll pop up, different critical objectives, and you'll have different modifiers and like all this stuff. And based on how well you do, the dynamic, like enemies are harder or easier based on how well you do. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and I hope players can like. I'm looking at Dado and Astacross, make a good guide for this.
Yeah.
Because this is a big one. But
Yeah.
I think that the more people play, they'll kind of understand the mode a lot more. And there's a lot to offer, I think. And we're not going to show the treasure chamber, unfortunately, but that's kind of the whole thesis. We want
Treasure
everyone to get to
chamber?
that treasure chamber and feel like however they played, they can get paid out based on how
Hey,
well
Mac,
they
how you
did.
doing?
Definitely.
And my goal was,
Hey, Revenant.
even if you're at the worst level, if you're at Warden's Punishment ×3, you're
Mm-hmm.
able to get to the max rewards in one lap.
Yeah. Just might take you a little bit longer.
Yeah,
might
you
be
just
a
have
little
to
bit
be
more
kind of
Cow,
dialed in.
hello.
The phrasing of like, oh, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Exactly.
You got to earn these
You
rewards.
gotta say it in a Varric's voice though too.
Oh, I'm
Prisoner
not.
of Elders,
Look at
there
that
we are.
crowd.
So
Of
many
course he
lines.
was.
I want to shout out
That's
Olivia
fine,
on narrative
man.
for writing all the lines.
Yeah.
He has, I think, like, I don't even know. I'm not going to, like, make a number up right now. But he has a bunch, and they
lot, yeah.
range from being, I'm very proud of you, to, like, come on, man, you got to do a little bit better than that.
Yeah,
It kind of
honestly.
pushes you to kind of just want to make him
Typical going
proud.
away.
Yeah,
Cool, this
he's not
comes out
mad. He's
today.
just disappointed.
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah, exactly. Dylan is the father here. He's used to saying that to me.
Never
Use
mind,
the
eh?
slang like you do.
That's it. I mean, I got that Skibbity Ohio riz, unfortunately. But
What was that?
moving right along. Actually, while we have a second here, Taylor, I wanted to go ahead back to you.
Yeah.
Actually, we've got some new artifact mods joining this time around as well. Do you mind
New
if we
art,
take a
new
look and kind of walk
farty
through
act
and see
mods
what we got?
coming in.
Yeah.
Uploading
yeah, so
files.
we got like the last
So what we got? Got a new row.
episode. Sorry. We have a new row unlocking in Act 2.
Oh, right,
These
melee,
are
the
all
armor and-
close quarters
All right, okay. I
themed.
thought
So
that
we've
was
got
gonna
a
be a
discount
melee,
for all your melee
anti-champion.
mods, an improvement to emergency reinforcements, which I think is like you get a heal when you're low health. Got
thick of
a way to get armor
Rapid
charge
final
while you're
blows will throw you
surrounded.
rapid armor charge.
Boost there gives you more weapon handling and charge rate for swords.
And the boost comes from tonics, right?
Yeah, so there'll be new tonics.
Nice.
This, I think, is a variant of one of the older mods that is when you break a combatant shield, you get an orb of power, and then the boost on this actually is going to be really nice, which is picking up an orb of power or elemental pickup or tangle gives you a bit of health, which kind of replicates the leg armor mods, which you can like run both, or this can free you up a slot with that. I know like I'm running the Stasis Hunter with the new helmet, and that's going to be pretty good for that, and also just for staying alive and this activity.
It seems to be a different
Something's been a very punchy punch hunter these days with my Rorschach build. There's a lot of mods in this row that I'm really looking forward to having.
Tomb of Elders activities are very claustrophobic. I think shotguns in close range is definitely going to be king here.
I can't wait.
What's the buzzword? Enemy density.
Yes, the density in Destiny is just getting there.
And then arc compounding, which I believe was maybe in an older artifact,
that's
which
true.
is arc sources deal more damage to blinded targets, which
They
might actually pair really well with the changes that got done to Exteris, since the moths there will be applying the blind for yourself, and so it's a grenade launcher, so it kind of gets to double dip with all the grenade launcher points in this.
And to that end as well, quickly for anyone who may not read through every patch note necessarily, quick update, what were the changes you guys made to Exteris?
Yeah, we did some QL stuff, get a little bit more ammo, but the main thing was flattening out the projectile behavior a bit, so it goes a little bit higher velocity, less gravity, so you can more easily hit stuff from range. And then if you get multiple direct hits quickly, you also get a moth in the same way that you would on the kill trigger. So let's scale into some higher difficulty content a bit easier, and does some work if you have like one big target to just lay into.
Far too much going on.
All right, we're going to get back to some gameplay here in a second, but really quickly before we move on as well, we were talking before the show, there are some changes happening to roaming supers as well.
Yeah. So you may have seen earlier we had our Warlock here on Stasis Lock, but one of the things we're doing in this Act 2 patch is we're buffing all the roaming supers. So for context, that's like your Storm Trance, Vista Havoc, where you're in the super for a while, versus the one-shot super like Nova Bomb, Tether, etc. We're making a change so that the damage-based rechargers, specifically in PvE.
Right, yes, only in PvE, not PvE.
You'll be charged, like through active combat, you'll be charging the roaming supers, but like 2 to 3 times faster than normal.
Yeah.
So it's like a pretty big swing with the kind of the idea that you want to move these a little bit closer to your neutral game.
Yeah.
Or something you feel more comfortable popping like on cooldown.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like you need to keep it for when you kind of need it. You can use it pretty actively because you can get it back ready relatively quickly.
Yeah, you used the, I think the great analogy earlier of like, it's not the hyper potion in your backpack you hold on to forever because you need it.
We want to try and break that habit. We understand it's a hard habit to kick.
As someone again who uses the super basically only in the final phase of any boss fight.
It's years and years of Destiny have trained me very well to do that too. So it was interesting seeing in playtests because took people a bit to kind of adapt to it, but once we got used to how quickly they were coming back, it was like a lot of fun because it opens up a lot more things too. Because like now there's a bunch of exotics that are tied to roaming supers that are just instantly more valuable without needing to change a whole lot of stuff.
Totally,
so it shakes things up. Get some options.
Yeah,
it sounds enticing for like Onslaught, Coil, Tomb of Elders.
Yeah, like
now you have more ad
where
clear
you
stuff.
like the objective is speed. Versus just like burst damage or something.
Right. And just upping that versatility factor, honestly, of all of it, you know?
Just bringing some other stuff kind of back in the limelight.
Yeah, no, very excited. The build crafters out there in the audience, you've got your work cut out for you now. Go ahead and start adjusting those variables in your various spreadsheets and everything.
I was about to say the same thing.
Sorry, folks, I'm checking a few things there.
When I eat lunch, I sometimes just on a video and I'm like,
where'd he go?
Let me see what the meta is.
Care about. Dear Mactix, tell me what my build is today. Yeah.
Yes, doing good, Brandon. Thank you so much. Evening Stab, how are you doing? Good to see you.
What should I start saying?
We're getting
I will admit, I had also, when I got a sneak peek at 11M, I went home that day and built like a stasis loadout just in preparation for it, more or less.
I will be playing tonight probably because it's mainstream tomorrow night, not tonight.
At any rate, but the exotic scout rifle.
For the thingy-majiggy. What's it called?
From season
you know, this. What's this?
Wicked Implement. Thank you, Wicked Implement. There we go. This is
sorry, I had to
thank you.
scroll back my brain a bit.
I appreciate it. There's only one scout rifle in my brain, and it's just the dead man's tail. So
that's why we were just talking about that earlier. I went to that.
Yeah. All right, so we've obviously got a lot of great stuff arriving with the season in terms of the activity and weapons. But Dylan, I want to turn my attention solely to you. In addition to the cool content being added, you've got some notes prepared. I see. We've got some cool stuff to go ahead.
Have notes.
There it is. All right, everyone, get your memes going. We have got some cool stuff arriving in the form of. Let's go ahead and start from the top. We're doing a partnership with Street Fighter coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about the cool stuff that we're going to have available through that partnership?
I remember you talking about that.
Well, what if I ask? Please, may you tell us?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
I mean,
there we go. All
so
right.
you've seen a few things through
How
gameplay.
bizarre.
We have a bunch of cosmetics. Like the first thing you can see here is a wonderful set of ghosts. So we got your Cammy, Ryu,
We got Ryu,
your Chun-Li.
Cammy, and
I wouldn't want my ghost
Chun-Li,
to get into a fist fight with
That's quite funny, actually.
with any of the bosses really, but that one looks like they could take.
The Ryu one's pretty
Ryu
cool.
one's quite funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch every face of the witness.
There's a lot, so you better get to work.
Yeah. And then one of our players has actually been running around with a Blanca helmet, which is so it's not one class that gets.
I thought
gets
somebody
this.
looked
It's
like
gonna be
Blanca as he
universal
ran
helmet.
behind us,
The helmet
like.
goes on all characters, Hunter, Titan, Warlock, which is going to be great. And then with the roaming super changes, like you can throw on your Titan Arc Super, you can throw on Storm Trance, and go and kind of role play with some of that electricity, right?
Yeah, honestly.
Blanca
just really live up that
builds.
fantasy
Yes,
of
that's
Blanca
right.
after all this time. Maybe not as swole as him necessarily,
quite cool.
but still, it's a step in the right direction.
Right.
For yourself, Andy.
Okay, stop. All right.
Yeah,
we all
they're,
know, Noah, that you're just way cooler than all of us. Okay, stop rubbing
We
it
haven't
in.
got those emotes yet. have we?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, great.
So,
They're the Street Fighter ones.
So they're also 3 finishers. You might have seen those sprinkled in through the gameplay. Lightning
That
kick,
was
spinning
crossover,
bird,
yeah.
Hadouken. I
What
can't do that.
are you doing over here, Dylan?
Hadouken!
Thank you.
Was
All
my
right, there it
my
is.
attempt worse than the joke, or
Significantly
all
better.
he's got on?
Significantly better. Yeah.
and then we got some emotes that we can show off too, which are
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's see here. We'll see what we can see here. If gameplay's on screen, anyway.
There we go.
There we go. Yes. All right. So we've got some emotes to show off as well. Let's start with the group emote here.
This one's
I love
time to
head,
fight.
man.
The health
Look,
bars
you've
are
got the
so
bars
good.
above your head. That's quite cool,
And
actually, the
winner.
bars in it. That's okay.
And then we got a bonus level. Bonus
Totally,
round. Let's go.
totally out of place.
It's not exactly a Honda Civic, but it's just as much fun to go ahead and beat
I
up.
want to do a shout out to every Guardian in the Tower, 1997 Honda Civic.
No problem
Adept.
with it.
I see you. I love you.
Some will love it. Yeah, that's right.
an important role to
they've
play,
done
honestly, yeah.
Ghostbusters and everything. You know, I mean,
That's so good.
suppose
This is going to be my
sky's
new
the
trial
limit,
intro. I
really.
can already tell.
Right.
Honestly.
And then we actually have a segue on screen already with the armor that has been adorned.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and rotate over there
Right,
with
okay,
the
yeah,
arrival
no, I
as
like
well
looking
of
at
this
that.
act. The
Wow.
Dawning is going to be making its return as well on December 10th, I believe.
what's this?
Let me check my notes.
Is that Dawning armor?
Yes, December 10th. Yeah, 10 a.m. right at reset. We'll have the Dawning coming back.
That is amazing
The
looking.
wonderful theme for our armor is going to be a celestial space dragon, which is really great. And then the team did a bunch of really good work on shader application. We've seen your feedback tons of times on, hey, I want my shaders to look pretty on all the armor that I'm getting.
Yeah.
This knocks it out of the park, especially with that
Look
celestial
at
star
that.
map.
I think that's amazing looking.
yeah.
Each
That
class
is
is going
pretty
to get their
cool.
dragon
Look
on.
at the
It's gonna be a
dragon
great time.
wings.
These armor sets you can get for silver or bright dust. So if you've been doing all your
good.
Pathfinders, shout out to the team on the Pathfinder changes.
Right,
in the last
I'm glad I didn't
episode
buy
launch.
the Festival
Yeah,
of
lots
Lost
of
Ones
bright
this year.
dust,
Then I
so
prefer this.
You can get these armors
I'm
pretty
saving
quick.
my $6,000.
And then Dawning,
Yes.
yeah, we're gonna have your favorite
long, is it 2-3
cookie
weeks?
baking activities coming back,
Right.
going around to all of your different vendors,
Cookie baking
giving
again.
them nice treats, giving some raisins
Nothing
to
to
Eris,
see,
that kind
yeah.
of stuff.
Right.
There have been a couple of quality of life changes that I want to call out from the team.
Okay.
Here. Let's see. Dark Frosting. So it's not just going to be Stasis anymore. Both of your Darkness subclasses, Strand and Stasis, are going to make that easier.
All right, okay.
And then for every
Well, that
Guardian out
makes-
there that's
that
been
makes
saying,
sense.
hey, this specific ingredient is not
It's
dropping for me.
amazing.
We're upping the drop rates for all
Excellent.
those. So if
Thank
you're
you.
using Void, trying to get that null taste or whatever,
And we are.
you'll start getting that a
Okay,
little
so
bit
upping
more
the drop
frequently.
rates of the ingredients then.
I never had an issue.
Stop it. Okay.
Yeah,
Go
me
yeah,
too.
you're the
Adrian, I
lucky
agree.
one.
I'm
Yeah.
quite happy about that.
Different.
Devloot.
Classic Taylor. Geez, yeah, the Deathloot. Yeah.
Oh, you could buy quite a bit with that, didn't you?
Dawning Engrams are coming back. We have Focusing. You can actually earn double perks as well. So if you're trying to get the new
nice.
linear fusion rifle with some spicy rolls, it's
a
going to be
linear
nice
fusion.
to earn a pathway to a couple in the columns. But if we could get a preview.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Let's have a
So
look.
Adaptive Burst, beautiful fusion rifle. There's already actually a pretty spicy roll on the
Mistral-
screen right now. So on the left
Mistral
column,
Lift. That's
internally we
pretty
call
cool.
it Box Weekend.
Like box breathing.
what's the actual?
Withering Gaze.
Withering Gaze. So aim down sights for a bit, and then you
left
can.
column specifically.
Oh, sorry,
is
left.
Really nice.
Is that new?
You can weaken your targets, and then in the right column, bait and switch. So amp up your damage, weaken your target. That's actually going to be a pretty spicy roll. Vice Stinger 2 to get a bunch of your ammo back. But if you're actually worried about ammo, Envious Arsenal. It's one of the hottest perks of this season or of this episode. Sorry, this act. Those are going to pair really well in this linear that's coming out.
Bait and switch has become the darling child of my heavy ammo slot, honestly. So I'm excited to see this. Also, I think we were talking earlier after being such big fans of Stormcaller, seeing another adaptive approach, the linear fusion rifle. Pretty exciting. Storm Chaser, thank you, Storm Chaser. My mistake.
Yeah, shout
that was a test.
Storm-themed content.
Yeah.
You can grab everything.
One of my buddies out in Midwest, he actually does some storm chasing as a hobby. So he's like, I need that gun. Love you, Butane.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and then outside of the new weapon, there are going to be a bunch of reprised weapons with new roles. So your fusion rifle, pulse rifle, glaive, sword, and the machine gun. Big shout out to Lego LaFlash. He's my go-to content creator for fusion rifle rolls and Glacioclasm. You may see it in the Crucible, may shake your fist at it a couple times, but there are going to be some more rolls.
After seeing you in that Bungie Foundation stream, just mopping the floor with people with fusions, I fully expect this to be added into your inventory.
Full-on dad loadout, man. Pulse rifle, fusion rifle, let's go.
Nothing wrong with it.
We can't be friends anymore.
I mean, on Glacioclasm, there's going to be Lone Wolf closing time, so push out that range, tighten up that cone. It's going to be great.
Stop it right now. You're giving everyone ideas, Dylan. Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
It's tough enough to get to the lighthouse these days. You're giving everyone ideas, all right?
Yeah, I hope they come in and ruin my day. It makes for great
Oh, thank you, PK. For spreading
yeah,
love
I mean, so strange coins are actually going to be added to the Dawning Gifts as well.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh,
like
nice.
with Festival
Oh,
of the
that's
Lost,
good.
you can
Strange
get
coins in the Dawning Gifts.
Exotic class items with candy and that kind of stuff. With Dawning, you're going to get higher drop rate of those strange coins from giving out those gifts, and then you can go to Zur. You can get your exotic class items or the Zerf board actually too.
Oh, nice. So
it's not necessarily a catch-up mechanic, but we know, hey, you might not be going into Strikes or Crucible and earning strange coins, so we're trying to spread the love a bit.
Nice.
So
we'll get what we deserve.
I keep setting you up for these, and then I just regret.
No, thank you. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do you a solid, set you up for one. We have one more cool little thing actually. There's a new fashion set that's being added to Act 2 as well. The players have been pretty excited about it. They may have caught wind of it, but can you tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here, Dylan?
So by the power of the moon, the team has done absolute beautiful work on some Doki Doki Destiny sets. We got your Warlock and your Titan there, showing off their fashion, pondering an orb, if you will. But yeah, I mean, this has been a set long time coming. We hope players enjoy throwing on
is
some
it like
bows
Final
and
Fantasy kind of stuff? Is
just having a fun time in fashion. If you want to go super black and be gothic cutesy set, that's going to be.
It's a great time for that, honestly.
It's sort of like
this is available through
Georgian.
This is going to be silver and bright dust.
And bright dust. Okay.
Yeah, if you're going in doing your Pathfinders, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it'll be available.
Yeah, I don't give a monkey's toss about that. No,
myself. Right.
Fashion is the truth.
Destiny is going to be really dialing it up.
Let's see. Any other notes? Oh, I do want to give a shout out.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I mean, like at the top of the show, I was saying I'm an emissary of the team, but ultimately there are a ton of people that make cool content. Like we have Noah Taylor here right now, but big thank you to Mike Profeta, Joshua B, CJ Payne, Brad Fisher, Mercules, and Michelle on Test as well for working on a bunch of these sandbox changes, a bunch of these Dawning goodies. There are a ton of unsung heroes at Bungie from IT to like the folks behind the stream and all that kind of stuff. It's a group effort, and I'm really excited for what's to come.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's nice.
Only
Let's make
2
those
new
thankless
weapons,
jobs
no mention of an exotic anyway.
I have a shout out also. I want to shout out Keenan
and we got the Dawning, which actually
everything
pretty
he
good
saw
this year.
in Two of Elders and contest, every arena, he had made it himself, and it is beautiful as we've seen. So I want to shout out Keenan and Olivia. I already shouted her out earlier, but I'll just do it again.
Never hurts. Yeah. Taylor, anyone you got for you?
Yeah, Vivian on the Scorn weapons and that Origin perk. Matt Dowling for all his work on the release.
Yeah.
And then Denny for
not
something
my bag, that at all.
We might talk about in a bit.
At all.
Interesting.
We'll get to that.
What an interesting little tease that is.
Yeah, I mean, teams are stronger than heroes is one of the Bungie pillars.
Yeah.
And it's like in the game, this is where you see it in full force because everything is made by so many hands.
Yeah, honestly, that's something I always say is nothing ever happens here in a vacuum, right? Like it takes a lot of people to come together. This coalescence of technical and artistic skills, like really make a lot of cool stuff happen. So, we'll obviously make sure and give additional thanks at the end, but to our compatriots at Bungie that are here even now, working hard, continuing to build all the next chapters of Destiny, thank you all so much. We appreciate it.
Do I have any other notes?
Do you have any other notes?
I think Oh yeah, last thing. We've had a lot of players asking about Iron Banner.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, November
Iron Banana.
26th. So the week after the Act launches, we'll have Iron Banner coming back with a new armor set and a couple of new
Iron
weapons.
Banana
that,
coming back
somebody
26th.
might have
A couple new
details on.
weapons. Can you give us a tease? There was a sidearm. I remember we were
Yeah,
talking
I
about a
need
little bit earlier. Yeah.
Stasis, rocket sidearm, with
Stasis,
choke clip.
rocket
I
sidearm.
think some people have already found that, but yeah, that'll be available soon
I just like all those words,
to
honestly. on their
forever
own.
sit in that slot.
Yeah, I cannot wait, honestly.
Mine is just the most
Archon's
beautiful
Thunder,
thing I've ever
baby. Get your machine gun on.
Oh, that's right.
The
yeah,
God
okay.
Rolling
all
Indebted
right, it's been a
Kindness
while.
is
Just
going to be
even the
able
look
to
of that
buy
one,
from
honestly, I'm sitting
Banshee
by,
next
but
week as well.
That
So that's
nice
going to be
classic
bloody good.
solar machine gun has a lot of fun.
But we'll have a ton of twids between now and end of December when we go dark. But we'll have a bunch of stuff on Iron Banner. Dawning, all the goodies in there. We have a bake-off event that's going to be going on in the game where you can earn some cosmetics and emblems.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we have a lot of good content in this act going through the end of the year.
Very nice. Excellent. Well, we also, as is the case with these streams, we're getting near the end of our agenda here for today. But as is the case typically, we're going to leave you with just one more thing as well. Now, as a quick heads up, the launch of Act 3, pardon me, is going to be on January 7th. So given that that's
you say
right
pardon
after
me, then you
2025 rolls around, many of us will be at home spending time with our families and loved ones, or if you're like me, sitting around just playing more Destiny. So as a result, we won't be actually having an Act 3 stream. So unmark those calendars for the stream, but make sure you log in that day, because with the arrival of Act 3, shortly after the arrival or right when it launches, we'll defer that to a twit to make sure we get that date spot on. There's going to be a new exotic weapon quest arriving as well.
All right,
And with
okay,
it,
there we are.
A
So
new
that's an
exotic
Act 3, so
shotgun as
nothing
well that
this
we're going to
one
actually
then.
take a look at here today. Now, the name of the quest we're not going to spoil for you because it has some story implications.
Oh, there's the
but,
shotgun. There we go.
Taylor,
Yeah, we saw that ages
I'd love to
ago.
put you on the spot real quick. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here?
Yeah, so this is Slayer's Fang. It's a pretty unique
Nice name.
slug shotgun.
Ooh, look at that!
Where it fires a single slug round that once it impacts a target or a surface like environment,
That's cool.
the slug shatters in a bunch of secondary projectiles.
I like the look
And
of
once
that.
you get a kill, you get
Pyro one
true
was
sight
brilliant.
for a short period of time, and then the shattered projectiles will weaken targets that they hit, and they get a bit smarter with their tracking.
Very nice.
A pretty unique reload
Yeah.
And then,
for a
You putting
shotgun.
a crystal in that?
Yeah, it's like a small void crystal. Like I think the
What
theme is like the
happened?
projectals are like hitting surface and they
Like
shatter.
that?
Yeah.
We went down as a squad of 9. We're turned into void
Yep.
crystals and are now in an exotic weapon.
Hey, I mean, we turn gods
Turn
into
everything and
guns,
everyone
yeah.
into weapons around here.
Here
honestly.
comes guns or bullets.
is it?
Yeah.
Is it gold?
A worm.
But
A very
I
sassy
quite
guy,
like that.
but-
also fully reloads the gun. With the reload,
I was gonna ask.
It's not shell by shell.
Yeah, was it the whole? So it's the whole magazine.
So one
up front,
shell.
Not necessarily. Okay.
Locks it down one, right?
I can
okay.
I'm already mentally trying to build this into as many loadouts as I possibly
Oh,
can.
yeah.
if I'm being
Your
honest.
falcon? Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
curious if.
I'm glad it's not an
backup
alt
plans,
firing mode.
Titans might happen.
Well, they will now. Jeez.
Yeah. Also benefits
pretty
from
cool.
the shotgun changes that happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually,
Honestly.
like reasonable range to use this.
Is
Yeah.
it craftable?
Yes, yeah. So like kind of the past couple quests I've done with this, like Choir 1, etc. Be a bunch of things to do in the activity, intrinsic levels to unlock, and a handful of catalysts.
Oh,
that
okay, there we
have
are.
some
So it's gonna
interesting
follow the same kind of
interactions
thing
with
then,
how the gun
yes.
works itself.
Very nice. All
Atomic
right, so the theory
capture
crafters in the
inventory.
audience
Oh,
are going to
okay,
have
I'll
plenty
look
to
at
sink
that
their
now.
teeth into.
Yes,
Yeah.
and a few other maybe
Chunk
secret
scout
things
rifle.
to do.
Oh, cool.
things.
I'm
All right,
going to
that's
avail
cool. Well,
myself of
when
that.
I
they-
think it'd be secret.
Maybe secrets or maybe cool.
I like
Things for you to find out.
Yeah, we'll wait for the YouTubers to make their Pepe Sylvia wall of all the different secrets that exist in there at some point. But for now,
that would be
that
nice.
actually
Custom
leads
events.
us
They could
to
do a
the
lot of
end
custom
of our
stuff,
series
I
of
suppose.
events. My page of notes has gone ahead and concluded. So today we actually had a quick chance to go ahead and dive in and take a look, at a little bit of what's
Take a
to
lick.
arrive with Act 2 of episode
Very
Revenant.
lickable,
Huge thanks to Noah for walking us through the Contest of Elders and the new
great.
Team of Elders. Much appreciated. Taylor, thank you a ton for walking us through some of the weapons that are going to be arriving, along with some other sandbox changes that are going to be going along. with it.
Absolutely. I love talking about this stuff.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a great time. It's been, even just before the stream, sitting in here, just going through it all, has been so much fun. So thank you all for joining us. And of course, to Dylan for kind of walking us through a little bit of what's to come, including the stuff with the Dawning, the Street Fighter 6 partnership, the Doki Doki set that is no jokey jokey. Thank you, Dylan. We appreciate you taking the time.
No worries.
Had to get one
Oh,
more.
that's just the right. Okay, yes.
I'm sorry.
Never
all right.
be free.
I'm excited to go home and get some hot dogs from Garden of Salvation that this man worked on. So I mean, sorry, deep sights. So
Deep side.
To tomato to hot dog. It's all right. It works out well.
What is going
It's we're all going mad in here. No. So thank you again to all you fine folks in the audience for joining us. To our fire team behind the scenes, obviously,
I'm gonna
Ashley,
go and have a look at
Justin,
that now,
Peyton.
Cole.
as always, for doing the heavy lifting. Thank you all so much for taking the time to join us. To the incredible crew here in-house that has the distinct challenge of trying to make me look good, thank you all so much. It's a joy to be a part of something like this. And then, of course, ultimately, from all of us in here to all of you out there, thank you for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate getting a chance to hang out with you and show off a little bit of what we've been working on.
You're very welcome.
But
Thank
in
you
the
for all the
meantime, make sure
information.
you go ahead
It's
and
very
follow
much
us at Destiny the
appreciated.
Game on Twitter, Facebook, really your platform of choice. And otherwise, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all Starside.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Well, I mean, that's another activity that looks good. So that's the only thing in it then, isn't it, really? That's the only thing in it. Really? Let's knock that down. Yeah, that's the only thing in it. Interesting.
The traveler will always triumph.
I got
over
my
the
emblem
darkness.
drop there as well. You're now
I know
eligible to
it.
get we begin stars to get your loot. Claim your drop by November the 19th. How to do that then? Claim it. Claim me claim. What's that for? Claim now. Drop claimed. Let's go and have a little look if I've got it in game here
Any
as well,
questions,
shall we?
dear?
Oh, hang on. Have I got the wrong? No, there we are. That's right. Yes. Great. Now I can swap things over. I'll stay on for a little bit longer, I think, and chinwag with you, good folk, and see what you thought of it. So, what do you think then? I mean, it's like hang on. Let me see if I've got my emblem here. Well, I have to log in and log back out again. Let's have a look in collections. Probably be in general. Where is it? Emblems, general. On the end. Ooh, look at that one. That's nice. When did I grab that? Is that the one? Oh, sorry. I didn't read that. Thank you. Thank you, Scribble. Thank you. I'll put that up there. Yes, there we are. Good. Oh, cool. Well, there we are. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? That's quite cool. Looks interesting. Can't say very much else about it because we can see. Can we see the weapons in the? We can't see any weapons, can we yet?
Wait.
Well, we got a
What was
SMG. Where's that?
It's not so bad.
SMG. So, come on, where are you? Submachine gun. That's what I want. Anything sitting there quietly? I might jump in and give that activity. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, Bedhead, does it? Prisoner's coming back, knocks up to a 5 from a 3. Yes, that's true. I agree there. There it is. The Noxious Vetiver. So that's the SMG we've got. You know, I think I'm glad I'm getting into Warframe to keep me busy. Hey, I had a look. That chap who was on last night, Rugrat, gave me that code for Soulframe. And I was having a look at that. I'm gonna sign. I'll be signing up for that and doing that because they've lifted their NDA on it. So I'm gonna be doing that as well. You said Warframe reminded me. The emblem is out on all. What? The emblem is out and all. Oh, is it? Where did you get it from? Did you? I tell you what, I might have to do is log in and out again. Log in and out. Let's do that. So I can see if I can grab it. Let's log out and then log back in. Right, let's shut that off. Let's have a little look here. Right, come on. Wake up! Sorry, I'm getting angry at my video because it's done terribly. Doing well for me. Right, hang on. The comments tab has changed to the community tab, so I'm all confused. Yes, that was a faster thing. I'll have to restart. I'm restarting. Let's have a look and see what the emblem is. And then we'll have a little look. If you want a little look, I can show you the. I can show you what's what in the shop. We begin in the stars. I shall blow you out of the stars. Okay, collections. Yeah, it usually is general, isn't it? General tab. Right, let's have a look. No, I haven't got it yet. Maybe I've got to completely shut off and stuff. Maybe. Let's have a quick squiz. Oh, it might take a while. Picked up playing Anthem again last night. After... Oh, did you? Are you enjoying it? Yes, it's good. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Or have I missed it here? That's quite a nice one. Bloody hell, I'll tell you what. I can't remember to do anything. That's not it, is it? Curse Splitter, that is. What's that one? Life for Life. Move along. Right, okay. Oh, yours wasn't on the last page. Ooh, right, okay. I see. Jump into conclusions again. Look. Flare. Emblem. General. What was it called again? We Begin in the Stars. Right, let's have a look. We begin in the stars. I probably missed it. Anybody see it? God damn it. 2, 3. Yeah, it hasn't dropped there for me quite yet. Maybe it's because I've just, it just takes time perhaps to come to others. Never mind. That's all right. I'll keep an eye out. I did claim it. Maybe it's just taking a while for it to actually activate. Kevin Yonkman, hello. How you doing? Yes. So, do you want to have a look at what's going on here? Well, I can tell you that the Nightfall is the heist on the moon, and the plug one is the weapon. We've got what have we got? We've got Garden of Salvation and King's Fall as a Pinnacle raid. Pinnacle dungeons are Pit of Heresy and also the one on here, the Throne World. What's it called again? Spire of the Watcher. What else do we have? Let's have a little look at the store if you quickly want. Yes. Yeah, more than likely. What ship have I got on? I don't know. Oh, that's a really old Festival of the Lost one. It's called... What's it called? Rap Speed. Hardy har har. That was Yonk sold that one. This is like a mummified ship. Quite like that one. Looks quite nice when you put some bandages on it. Look at that. But I actually like the bandagey colour. Yes. To be honest, I have rather missed playing it, so thank you for streaming. Ah, you're very welcome. Good stuff. You will probably have to shut off the game. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll leave that. I'll check that anyway. I shall check it. I'm just going to... do you want a quick look at the store? Okay, cheers, Bedhead. Take it easy. Have a good one. We've got Clinging Cobweb. There it is. We've got Flower Child there. There's that. I've already done my reset video. I put it up before I started. If you want to check it out, that goes into much more detail about everything. Moonrise Projection there. That's quite nice. I like the look of this, though. I haven't bought this. Look at that one. It's called the Stygian Steed. The Stygian Steed. That's quite nice, isn't it? Quite like that one. Yes, that's good. We've got the Strange Brew, which, quite frankly, is not worth 4,250. I was going to go and buy this, see, but I'm saving it now for the other one, I think. Right, we've got... I like this one, Have a Balloon. That's quite nice. Thank you, Carl. Finally done. Hello, how are you? I like that a lot. It's very alarming. I'm sure I got some sort of sound effect for this. There we are. We've also got... he could actually be doing that noise, couldn't he? Couldn't he? If you look at him for a while, and then he goes... Cheers, Gabriel! Gabriel, no worries at all. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Much appreciated. We've got Peekaboo here as well. Peekaboo, which is quite entertaining. Hate this because it's spidery. We've got the Decorated Dread, which I think is a great looking ship, actually. No, the emblem only comes if you watch the Bungie one on Twitch. They don't do drops on YouTube, I'm afraid. Mac, sorry. Yeah, it is Pennywise, isn't it? I don't know. I think they've got their... Have they left their Twitch stream open for people to get the 15 minutes on the end there? They might have. They do that sometimes. Majestic Winnie, Scribble, look, it's our favourite sparrow there. Excellent. That's absolutely bonkers, that one. That's great. Now, this, the Pride Glass, look at that. It's got... I think that's... I'm buying this. Yes! I'm buying it, because I do like the Fighting Lion. There we go. Bought it. The colours change on that ship with photo finish in it. Yeah, they do. Their photo finish tends to do that to most things, Alan, yeah. Pumpkin projection, blah, 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 blah. Murder of Crows. Which I think is probably one of the better ones, isn't it? That's quite cool. Then you've got Spidery Sack there. And then we've got Flower Child again, which I did show you earlier. Blech. Reanimated Verve, which is... And then we've also got Blood Mane, which is... but we've got this one on the end, Scary Goal, which is... I think that's quite good, actually, that one. I quite like it, yes. Yeah, they're still live, yeah, so if you've missed it, folks, tune into Twitch and go to the Bungie doodah, and it'll be there. So there we go. That's everything. The Season Pass is even... so we've only got 4 challenges this week, look. 50 champions and trials. Let's have a look at the Bright Dust ones I've got. Defeat Guardians with stasis damage in the Crucible. My God. Complete any Nightfall strike on Grandmaster. That's Bright Dust there. What do we got here? Defeat powerful combatants in Gambit. That's at least Bright Dust there. And Throne World. Complete Bounty. They're 2 easy ones for Bright Dust. What's this? Score points in Rift. Defeat final blows of primary ammo in Gambit. So they were there. And then that one is... Defeat Guardians with arc damage in the Crucible. I could run a few Crucible matches, I think, and then I'll get those. I think I need to start running a bit more Crucible, to be honest. Definitely, I think. It gives the game a lot more life if you include Crucible in it. But a lot of people don't like it very much, do they? Yes. So there we go. There's the reset-y stuff there. And there's not much more. Well, there's absolutely nought happening this week, really, apart from that. I don't think. Is there? I was hoping for Warlord's Ruin to pop up, because I want to farm that. Bungie just said if you're watching more than one streamer, it might bug. Really? What's something happened there then? What was that? What was that? What was that? Andy3170, thank you so much for subscribing. That's very, very kind of you. Did it not come up on the screen there then? Let's have a look here. It's funny. It's glitching out. Thank you, Andy. That's very kind of you. Welcome, welcome yet again. 7 months. Very kind. Marvellous, marvellous. Yeah, give it a go. See what's what, innit? I'm going to tour. Sausage more dual streaming Crucible with the... Yes, in we go. Now then. I got this. Anybody used it yet? Bleak water towers are enhanced and grant icicle projectiles to weapons. That's the new one. I've never used it once. Have I got a... There's a stasis warlock there, look. Let's turn those off. What's that one? 2001. See, I'm total arse here this month. Yeah. Ah! That's terrible colour. It's going up now. Oh, there we are. I have turned it off, reloading the stream, and it's going up now. Oh, good, good, excellent. That is really horrendous, isn't it? It's like a bruised strawberry cake. Come on! Ooh. I don't know. It's like a witch's dress. Do you know what I mean? That's really weird. What a bizarre looking thing. That's really silver, that. What do we like? A bit of opulence there. I know, I haven't used them once. It's ridiculous. Ugh! Ultraplasmic. Ooh, not long for the Christmas shaders start coming out. Good old Neo Plop Wave. Yeah, I can't wear that colour. It's absolutely horrendous. Isn't it? Wrong one. No. I'm going to have to get a bigger helmet. Ooh, what am I doing? Go away. Right, let's go here and do a bit of a Destiny for a minute. Yes, let's change it to something massive. You there? No. Ooh! Something tall we need, because those shoulder pads come up really high, don't they? That's not too bad. How about that one? Bit odd. Ooh. No. Let's, no. I'm gonna go with that stupid one there. No. No. Don't know. I'm gonna go with that, look. Why not? And then we'll go up to the top again, and we'll do the whole shamonkey in one go. Ta-da! That's horrendous. Ta-da! There, I'll do that. That's alright, isn't it? It is a bit Elizabethan looking, isn't it, Carol? Yeah. Well, how you doing, Axa? Good to see you. Hope so. Thank you very much for watching all the stuff over the years. Most kind. Yeah, I don't like the look of that at all. It looks awful. What am I doing? I was coming here to do something then, and I can't bloody remember. Has she gone? She's gone! She's buggered off again. Eva's sodded off, look. Eva's sodded off. Well, I can't do anything. I've gotten all my things. I haven't read a single stitch of the lore, I'm afraid. Nothing at all. I always imagine a Lee Evans lookalike. No, I'm a bit more portly than him. Look at that. When did I get that?
Transferred.
99 candy. Can't, like it says, I can't pick up any. Oh, I'm full. Right, okay. So then, I've picked up the 3. I can't do it. She's not here. She's buggered off. She's gone for a pee or something because she's not there. Look. Well, 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 well. This happened the other day. She went underground. Sorry, there's bugger all here for you.
You don't look too banged up.
Let's have a look at Banshee. Anything good there? Anything popular? No. That's a B in popularity. That hand in hand there. Which is that? That there. Field trench barrel ensemble. Yes. Well, folks, I'm actually going to call it a day there now, I think, because I'm going to go and fiddle and... not with myself. Oh, my God. Oh, we filmed our Christmas sandwich video today. That's going out tomorrow, yes. I'm going to be putting out... I think I'll put out a video about what I thought about Act 1 and the Episode 2 stuff as well. Yes, so there we go. I gotta go and work because I'm away next week. So I gotta get videos made. Yes, there we are. So that's all cool. Thank you, folks. I'm gonna zip off now and get back to it. Thank you very much for watching. It is very much appreciated. Venger. Yes, sorry, streaming tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll stream. I'll stream something. Yes. Look, I can't do that thing with your finger. I can't see it. Hang on. Let's have a look. How do you do that with your finger? No, it's not working. Can you see that? My thumb. Right. Okay. Dan, good night to you. Agent Zarkov, good night to you. Scribble, good evening to you. Omega Days, thanks for watching. Death Knell, thanks for watching. Excellent. Good. Oh, there we are. Say hello to Haggard for me. Mikey G, thanks so much. Omega Days, thank you. Jawa Jedi, thank you so much for all your help. Have a good evening. Carol Hodge, take it easy. Have a good evening. Lovely to see you. Who else do we have here now? Let me scroll up again. Axe Apollo, lovely to see you. Thanks for watching, man. It's much appreciated. Katya, good to see you. Take care. Agent Zarkov, thanks so much. Finally done. Thank you so much. Good stuff. Mac, good evening to you, Mac. Radiant Dragon, lovely to see you. Dan, take it easy. Jade, thank you so much. Yes, I'm afraid it's over, that one. Yes, it's all done. All done, all dusted, I'm sorry. Element 206, Thanks very much. Yes, I got to run around like a blue-arsed fly. Right you are then. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Our bedhead zipped off too. Mr. Mycroft, good evening to you. Have a good one. Right then, folks. Thanks so much for watching that. Intriguing. I shall see you all tomorrow night. Sausage hurt. Press the stop button. Go over here. Check it stopped. It hasn't stopped. Stop button. Stop stream.